something occurred to me. You know how these he-man black woman haters are always characterizing black women's relationships with white men as the white man just having a fetish, even if they're married, okay? And I remember actually engaging someone, I won't call him a hater, but he was a black male under, I don't remember what video. It might have been one of the discussions about, God, what was it? I don't remember. The Loving movie, probably. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was under a video about the movie. I think it was called Mr. and Mrs. Loving, or the Loving movie. The movie that they made about the Loving versus Virginia case and the family behind it. The couple behind it, more specifically Richard and Mildred Loving. And this guy just kept insisting that, oh, well, this is a fetish, this is the fetish, this is the fetish. And I'm like, look, one does not make a fetish the mother of one's children. One does not make a mere fetish the beneficiary of their life insurance, the inheritor of their estate, their right hand in all their affairs, their reflection to their colleagues, co-workers, and the larger society. You don't do that if it's just a fetish. Okay, fetishes are, I don't know, I guess like a hobby or something. Something you do on the side, like I guess going out for a drink or getting dessert. It's not, like I said, it's not a mainstay of your life. And this guy just kept insisting that no, it's a fetish, it's a fetish. I mean, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. I could see if we were talking about someone who had, a string of mistresses and they were all black, and he was white, but they are hidden from the daylight and they don't mother their children and all of that stuff, because the mother of your children, she basically has a huge part in your legacy and what you leave behind. And I'm just like, this just doesn't make any sense. How can you, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it hit me, you guys. It hit me like a bolt of lightning from on high. Well, it's a hypothesis, but nevertheless, I had this moment of clarity, okay? If this is kind of this, BB often says that they accuse us of the things that we do when they project onto other people, the white man or whatever, some of the things that they do themselves. And it occurred to me, maybe these guys keep insisting that when white men marry black women, they're putting them in charge of their estate, and the person that authorizes you to, is authorized to pull the plug on the life support, and the mother of their future generations. Maybe they're insisting that that's a fetish because maybe that's what a lot of these black guys do. I mean, that would actually explain a whole hell of a lot. If it's the case that black men are marrying, if it's the case that black men are marrying women who they see as a fetish, and we're talking interracial marriages specifically, white women, Asian women, etc., etc., that would explain, well, number one, it would explain sometimes the disparity in quality, let's say, anecdotally speaking, the things that we observe. It would explain that, first of all. It would also explain their high divorce rates. Anyone who's paid attention to the subject knows that, unfortunately, to to the detriment of the societal fabric and the psychological health of children, that interracially married black men have a very high divorce rate. One of the, if not the most likely parent to be divorced by the 10-year mark after the wedding. That would explain it. If they are in fact marrying women that are a fetish to them, if they are actually making their fetish the mother of their children, their reflection to larger society, and a reflection on their character at the workplace and the holiday party, their right hand, if they're making a fetish these things, that would actually explain why their divorce rates are so ridiculously high. It could be that would be said about them projecting the things that they do on other people. That would explain. That would explain why they're always insisting, oh, you're just a fetish. He's been married you for 30 years, but you're just a fetish. He's authorized you to pull the plug on the life support if he gets in a bad accident, but you're just a fetish. He bought you a 6,000 square foot house on the lake, but you're just a fetish. He brings you to the holiday parties and the charity golf tournaments, but you're just a fetish. That would explain it. So we have solved a riddle here, because I just could never understand it. All right.